Okay, so another tech tool that I would like to show you guys is one that I just recently found out that has actually been out for quite some time. But because I am not a Google person, I really loved the features that Google had, but I loved um, the more I was able to do with Microsoft. And I went to college and I learned how to do both, so I was comfortable using both, but my preference has always been Microsoft. Um, so when I found out about this, I was super excited. And this next new tech tool is Office Online. And so Office Online is essentially an equivalent to Google. So on Google, we can share with other people and we can both be on the same document at the same time and we can access it from anywhere we have internet. So this is the same thing, except with Microsoft and people like me who are more Microsoft. Um, this is heaven for us. So I showed this to my students, this new tool, and they were amazed as well. So I thought it'd be really cool to show you guys too. So if you just go to Google or wherever, ironic that I'm using Google, but if you just go to whatever browser you choose and you go to Office Online, just type it into your search engine. The first link that appears should be Office 360 Login Microsoft Office. Okay, so you'll just click on that. Okay, so I'm already signed in, but like if you are not signed in, then you would create an account. Um, and so like mine's through my school account, but you would create an account, um, answer all the questions, do what you need to do, fill in the email, create yourself a password. Um, if you do use Google, like as your browser, you can add your Google extension, which is what I've done up here. So right now it says that I just need a login. So I sign in with my Microsoft account. Um, and that's nice too, because then um, anytime that I'm I can in Google and I need to access my Microsoft Online. It's just a quick little app that I can or extension that I can just click on and it takes me right to it. So this is like the forefront, the home screen of Microsoft Online. So like I said, it's kind of like an equivalent to Google where you open up like your docs and then you can just start working and it automatically saves. You can access it from anywhere you have internet. Except this one's Microsoft. So like Microsoft Word. Let's just say I want to dive in with Microsoft Word. Let's say I wanted to do a new project. Okay, so I'm going to do a blank document. What's really cool about Microsoft Online is that whenever I showed it to my students, they were super excited about it. But then I also showed other teachers because although my school hasn't declared what type of school we are. So what I mean by that is if we're a Google school or if we're a Microsoft school, they kind of let teachers choose what they want to be. But most teachers use like Google Classroom, Google Docs, and so in my classroom, I tell students they have to use Microsoft. So that way, when they leave my class and they leave high school, they not only know how to comfortably use one of those, but they now know how to use both of those. So they now know how to use Microsoft and they now know how to use Google because of what they've learned in other classes and specifically in my class. Um, so I guess that's my target audience, but specifically, I really like it for students so that way they can't say, oh, I start a project in your class and I can't finish it at home. Well, if you have internet, because they all have computers that they can take home. So if you have internet, I know you can access it at your house. Um, However, there's the rare case that students don't have internet. In that case, they can just use the Microsoft that's on their computer that's given. So what's really cool is that Microsoft works both ways. I don't need internet to save it to my computer. However, if I need to take it home, I can also use the one that's on two different machines and just access it via internet. Okay, so it should look very familiar, like it looks like Microsoft Word, but it also kind of looks like a Google Doc as well. So like this is where I could change the name of my document. Like if I wanted to change this to be like, if it types, there it goes. So like if I wanted to say example for class, okay? So like then it automatically saves to my OneDrive. So remember, like Google has Google Drive. Well, Microsoft also has a OneDrive in which you can access from anywhere, any device that has internet. So you could work on this, look at this on your phone because it has internet. Okay, you just need to download the OneDrive app or the Word Online app, and you can work on it from there. Um, most of the things are the same. The only tab that is missing up here is the mailings tab, which you need to do with a mail merge, and you need to use a data source. And so it kind of makes sense why that one's not on the internet. You do put in personal information with that as well. Um, However, most of the things should look the same. You know, this is with the insert tab. We can also do add-ins, which is similar to Google as well. The layouts or orientation, the type of spacing we have. And so even just to compare, I'm just going to open up my Microsoft on my desktop here. And I mean, this looks very similar to how we opened it prior. But even our tabs, okay, so like this is, my home tab. I can change my font color, which looks the same on here as it does on here. It's the A with the red underline. You know, if I want to change my text, I can. The size of my text, the A, so I automatically make them bigger and smaller. It looks like it has all the fonts I've even downloaded to Google or to my desktop as well, which is nice. Um, so that way they carry over. I'm sure I haven't played too much with this, but like I said, whenever I found out about this, I was so excited because I can no longer have students use the excuse, "Oh, I can't do it at home because I only have it on your computer." Well, now they have the flexibility to save things to their OneDrive and access it anywhere they have internet. And all my students have cell phones, so I know that they can access it on their phone as well. Um, and even like I said, coworkers that are tired of Google or kind of want to branch out, this is when they can use Microsoft Online, just to co-teach with me as well. So the two standards that I said that fit this were ISTE CD, or I'm sorry, C6D, which stands for the coaching. That allows me to show other teachers the new tech and how we can all be on the same page, or how we can differentiate, or if they see a student working on this, they now know what it is. The other one is ISTE S2D, which is for my students getting the hands-on technology, seeing the new technology, how it can work, especially in an online environment. So I hope you guys really like this one. It can be really beneficial, not just for our students, but also as us as educators, so we don't have to tote our one computer back and forth, and that way we're not stuck to just one program like Google. We can broaden our horizon and teach our students that it's okay to be comfortable with more than one thing. So, thank you.